Hi, everybody. This is my demo for the Fall Game Jam. I made a game that I called Science Island. And there were a number of things that I sort of focused on in the game. Discovery is meant to be the fun. I want the player to think, what is that? And what does it mean to me as a character? The thing that sort of like kicked off the idea was sort of the thought of the low poly water that Coach shared, and sort of I put that in a world and I made a terrain and jammed a character in it and sort of went from there. So let me show you a little bit of what I've got. Another thing that was sort of important to me was I wanted to share some of my music in it as well. So you guys have probably heard that if you've tried it. There's the music. That turned off as fast as we can here. There is the mute button. See here, the first thing that happens in the game is the character thinks about sort of like what's going on in the environment. As you can see, it's a fully 3D world. This is the 720p version. Around, I can see kind of like tent people over there, maybe a boat. The boat floating water here behind me. And the authorial intent is just to have the character wander around and see what they can see. Climbing to the top of this peak, sort of looking in directions. You see there's stuff floating in the water. There's stuff on the land. There's something happening over there. Something happening over there. Oh, it's on fire. Oh, there's some sort of spaceship. What does that mean? One of the things that sort of like could have used a lot of improvement is the sort of like the RPG elements, the RPG simulation. The combat is quite basic. These guys just sort of like, once I'm in range, turning on and firing projectiles at me. And then my ability to do combat is limited to just crashing into them and damaging them. You can also see here that the water plays an aspect in the way that the characters goes around the world. He runs out into the water. He gets to decrease his stamina, which you can see in the upper left-hand corner. He gets back on land. See that the stamina starts to go back up. It's out in the water and lets his stamina run out. Eventually, you'll see that it starts to damage his health. You'll also notice, in addition to sort of like enemies, there are also these guys that just sort of follow you around. And I haven't really built that system out. So we get back up here. These enemies that we talked about, they look like little spacemen. I wonder if they came in the ships. Oh, what's that flying towards us? Another thing I wanted to sort of like explore in this game was a sense of scale. And if you, oh, these guys are, they've turned to face me and started firing weird projectiles at me. I've defeated them. Another thing I wanted to look at in this game was this sort of sense of scale, and it posed some problems. I don't know if you can see him yet, but there's a really big spaceman wandering our way from that direction, and the nav mesh that was sort of like applicable to the smaller creatures and myself was not applicable to that giant robot over there and then that giant spaceman over there. So that's something that I would work on if I were to keep going with this game. And something else that I sort of like was really interested in, thinking about for this game is what it would mean to be, a multiplayer or a cooperative experience. Anyway, that's what I've got. Thanks so much for paying attention, and thanks so much for all of their contributions, and double thanks to Coach for helping organize the Game Jam.